Hello, I'm Carl Stabe, and today I have Derek Krager with me, founder and CEO of Practical AI. Thank you for being here. What's your 5-minute system that you'd like to share?
Oh, love it. Thank you for Carl for having me here. The system I'd like to share is an acronym, a CFM. And for those that are not in the know, CFM stands for Customer Feedback Mechanism. And when I say customer, it's not necessarily just a retail customer of a business, but when I spent my time at Amazon, we talked about our employees being customers. We're in customers of each other. And so that CFM, customer feedback mechanism. If you can think through it on I think a web is how it was introduced to me. The wiki pages that we have knowledge that we share. And the feedback mechanism is having this add on top that doesn't take precedence, but it's there for those that want to give feedback. And it's something as simple as a smiley or a frowny face on the bottom of a page. How's this page look? How accurate is this page? It could be a star, one, two, or three stars. It could be a thumbs up, a thumbs down. And these are all the web development sides of customer feedback mechanism. But it doesn't have to be just web based. It could be paper based. It could be voice based. It's just acknowledging that your customers, whatever you do, if you are providing knowledge or a process to your team in any way, make sure they have a way to give feedback on that process because let's face it, they're the boots on the ground. They're the ones doing this every day. And we know that theory and real life. Seldom overlaps 100%. So if we get their feedback, it's going to improve the process for everybody.
And I think in the interview, you talked about doing it, like you said, via Qualtrics, which is like an app, but even, gathering that feedback and then bringing in a group of people, right? So you then getting a little even, you're digging even deeper, you get that more of a service level, but then you go a step further and then you bring people in and you're asking them these similar questions and you're going deeper. I'm curious a little bit about that part because I think a lot of people they do surveys, they get that feedback, and then sometimes they take action on it, sometimes they don't. But when you actually bring people in and get that feedback, my guess is you're more likely to take action and it's more powerful. Am I right in that?
You're 100%, and thanks for bringing that up because the mechanism itself is for like that one off. But I shared that I had the daily feedback forms, whether it be Qualtrics or a generic form, at the end of each day of my training workshop, and also at the end of the week. And it's important to understand that when you're asking somebody to provide feedback that you're asking them to take time out of their day that they don't need to give. So you have to give something back. So I was successful in that when I was training with Amazon because I would pull everybody from all over, all corners of North America into a city, one hotel in the city in a conference room. So I pulled them away from their family and their business so they could prioritize and spend time with us. And they were happy to give feedback. So there's a ratio here. You want to make feedback as barrier free as possible, as pain free as possible. So if you're doing surveys, be happy with one or two answers or one, two, or three clicks. And don't go into one of those, well, 10 page, 10 questions per,
Mhm.
because I'll be honest, I don't the only time that I fill out those surveys, I think I require a 25 or a $50 gift card just to go through. So that really highlights that relationship, even internal to a company, that our people are our customers because we are serving them as customers to make sure they have what they need so they can do what they do to make sure the company succeeds. So value their time, ask for just what you need and no more. And if you're on the fence about if you need to ask another question, well, don't.
I love that. That is a great system. So important. Customer feedback, internal feedback from employees, because they're a customer too, in a way. I think that's great stuff. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, Carl. Appreciate the opportunity here.